now, make you hear this story wey you dey wan hear so about banditry. The reason why they kidnap every single day. I don't want to talk too much, but the video long. Just dey share am o, like me, comment.
There are bad and good men. Some people want peace, while others don't want peace. Vigilantes will come and people don't boast. Our parents were. Whoever is your parent, one must take revenge. Whoever likes me or dislikes me, the day I die, you will know whether I am useful or not.
Jibia is one of the 19 local government areas in Katsina. Considered a frontline zone for violent banditry characterized by rampant kidnappings, cattle rustling, and fatal attacks stemming from long-standing farmer-herder conflicts, fueled by poverty, drug abuse, and regional insecurity. The violence has led to massive displacement of communities, destruction of agricultural activities, and a constant state of fear. One of the major kidnap kingpins is a man named Audu Lankai. Abdullahi Officer Lankai was a prominent feared bandit leader operating in the northwest region of Nigeria, specifically focusing his terror campaigns on the Jibia and Kasari local government areas of Katsina State. He was known for commanding a faction of Fulani bandits involved in high-level criminal activities. He strictly controlled his territory in Jibia, often acting as a gatekeeper who blocked rival bandit groups from entering to loot while simultaneously ruthlessly exploiting the local population. But the tide seems to be changing in early 2025. Lankai was among a group of bandits who engaged in a reconciliation process. Despite his criminal background, he was considered a key enforcer of a fragile peace agreement in the Jibia area, with some residents treating him as a local protector against outside bandits. To understand how all of this unfolded, we were able to secure a chat with this kingpin. We wanted to know why the Fulanis known for carrying cattle sticks began to carry arms.
I'm sorry, you have to look at it from where it started. You may say they started it first, but you have to go back to the root cause. The conflict started small and escalated to where we are now. When we fail to make a decision, when the problem starts, it will be difficult to stop it when it escalates.
If these brutal attacks were a revenge mission.
Yes, of course. At first, when the conflict started, it did not reach this magnitude. And I told you before, while we were young, before we had anything, he led vigilantes into our houses and killed people, while others escaped. I didn't see that the authorities had a stop to the issue. Things would have been resolved. Vigilantes will come and at will. Those who come to think instantly without any recourse to justice. How do we handle such crime? And we didn't know how to get them. It got to a point where we had to leave our communities and go to places where we had access to weapons. At that time, there were fewer AK-47s in our forest. Probably 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. But now, only God knows. For example, you may find someone with 1,000 AK-47. You see the danger? But had it been the authorities intervened earlier, we wouldn't have cared to look for guns or leave our houses because we didn't know anywhere else to go.
Peace seems to have returned to Jibia, with Audunale being a key player in this fragile arrangement. He alleged that the government had agreed to build schools.
You make music wherever inspiration hits. A rooftop, a mountaintop, an ancient wonder of the world.
Hospitals, boreholes, and roads as part of the peace deal. So far, Audu claims to have upheld his end of the bargain, accusing the government of not keeping to theirs.
The government is yet to fulfill their part of the agreement.
Since the
Many. The reason why I told you there are many is that in our earlier agreement, we released kidnapped victims and we released them. Again, the government pledged to release our own people from prison. As of today, we are yet to receive even one of our people that were locked. We had an agreement with regards to schools that will be constructed. Not a single one was built. We promised to build schools for our children, Western schools and Islamic schools, create grazing lands, construct roads and hospitals for us, construction of dams and tap water. They promised 12 boreholes. They only installed 3 tap pumps despite our large number. But after the peace agreement, none of these promises were fulfilled by any of them. We have fulfilled all our promises. We promised that these attacks will stop. We have stopped every atrocity here. Under Jibia local government, they were able to drill some boreholes for them. They have also constructed some ice dams for them. And then currently, as I'm talking to you, efforts are being made to ensure that their schools are reconstructed. Including the dispensaries. So I'm sure because they don't know how the government functions, that is why they are seeing that it's not being fulfilled. But these things are going to be fulfilled gradually. They cannot be done at once. So just like I said, the peace accord was reached between the Fulani community and then the local Hausa community that are there. But at the end of the day, we push the whole arrangement to local government because it is only the local government that can be able to fulfill some of the pledges we have made with the Fulani people. And alhamdulillah, gradually the local government is taking it over and is going to implement it gradually, as I said. I'm sure by now, if you ask them, they will tell you that some boreholes were drilled. Some dams are also constructed. So the next thing is to construct, to rehabilitate the schools, Islamia schools, and then dispensaries. So we are watching the government. We don't know what they are up to. We don't know if they are playing politics with us. We don't know that. So we are still waiting for the government. Any person that promises to do something, all you expect is for him to fulfill that promise. It shows he's a good person. The reason the Jibia peace deal became the best is because we stood by our words. You see, some of our brothers are happy with our decision for peace, while others are not. We continue to manage them this way. It's not just Audu Lankesa group that is there in that area. There are other factions of the Fulani group. Some of them have tuned into the agreement. Some of them are out of it. The reconciliation brought some level of calm in many ways. But the truth is that we are still facing challenges. Conflict has no benefit to all parties. Is involved, only the waste of lives. We have spent a year without any attack. The attack stopped the moment we had our first sitting. We have fulfilled our promises, stopping all attacks and killings, stopping kidnappings. And since that time, I am not sure there has been any case of attacks or kidnapping in Bastari local government.
Outlankai is trying very hard to ensure that even those that refuse to queue into the plan are not allowed to go to any part of Jibia local government and Bastari local government area. But then you cannot protect it because sometimes they sneak and come into that area. And most of them that sneaked are either coming from Niger or as far as Zamfara State. They are coming there to maybe to do their atrocities. But then whenever we get an information that these people are coming to do some atrocities, we immediately link up with Lake or his lieutenants, and then they will take it up immediately to ensure that these people are driven out from the area. So I think the people that are disturbing that area are not necessarily linked to Lankai directly. There may be some other factions that are not under its group. We believe that these are the people that are causing problem in that area.
In January 2026, it was reported that Audu Lankai was kidnapped by men loyal to a rival bandit, the Luturji. He was later released and received a hero's welcome upon return to Jibia. However, some cannot forget the terror he once unleashed as a bandit.
In life, whatever you do, just allow God to be the judge. You cannot please people. There are bad and good men. There are people who like to spread falsehood. If you ask him why he said what he said, he would have no explanation, or ask him what is his reason. He has none. Those people are hypocrites, and you don't follow or listen to them. Some people want peace, while others don't want peace because they rely on conflict for survival. If we had listened to them, this conflict would not come to an end. If you look at it, both sides have suffered. Our parents were killed. Whoever kills your parent, one must take revenge. But back then, we have no reason